Hey BookTube, it's Jackie. How's it going? If you are new to me and it's the first time you're seeing my face, hello, what's up? My name is Jackie. I sit on my floor and I talk about books. So I hope that's why you're here, because that's what's going to be happening today. If you're not new to me, thank you for always tuning in and the continued support. I really do appreciate it. So today for you, as you can see from the day's title of video, I have a recommendations video for you, and this is all on talking dirty. I love this. This is one of my favorite things in romance books. So if you'd like to see what recommendations I have cultivated for you, please grab yourself a drink, have yourself a seat, because it's time to start talking dirty. All right. So before we get into my recommendations, I do need to preface that dirty talk is one of these things that I actually look for in books. I enjoy it. I enjoy when an author uses it well. And these next recommendations, I feel like the author has used it well. My criteria for using it well is it's not overused. It's not just words thrown on a page that don't actually belong to the character, the scope of the character, the author has created. They would say the things that are coming out of their mouth. They're not said just for shock value. They actually don't cheapen the scene, but yet they elevate the scene. And also some of these do further carry on the plot, just in a dirty fashion. And what I mean by that is that not all this dirty talk is actually said during the actual act. Some of these books have dirty talk that, for me, alludes to the sexual scenes, but they're actually not said during the sex scene itself. Some of them is said prior to the scene, the build-up parts. Some of it's said during the scene itself. And some of it is said aftermath. And some of it is eternalized, that the other person doesn't hear, but in their head, since we get their point of view, we are hearing what they're saying, and it is just as fucking sexy and dirty as if he was actually saying it out of his mouth. And I fucking love it, and I enjoy it. And I'm really, really proud of these recommendations. I'm really excited about this one, so I hope you guys will check some of these out. So the first one I have is Property of a Mountain Man by Gemma Weir. It looks like this. This is the first installment to the Montana Mountain Men series. And I listened to this one on audio. The audiobook was done by Cecily Foster and Drew Adams. Highly recommend the audiobook on this. It's fantastic. This book does feature an age gap of 22 years. We have extreme dominance. I mean, we have a straight up over the top alpha male asshole. In his own fucking words, he says that. It's not just me saying it. He says it in the book. His own fucking words. And we also feature a first time in this one as well. Quick summary about it is we have Beau and Bonnie, 22-year age gap. Bonnie works at a coffee shop that Beau frequents, and he comes in every morning at the opening and at closing. So he's there when she opens the business because she's by herself, and he's there when she closes because she's always by herself. Bonnie has had a crush on Beau since she was 13. And finally one day gives up the idea that he will ever notice her. So she actually gets hit on by an out-of-town guy one day in the coffee shop, and Beau sees it. And a switch is flipped in him. I mean, it is day one, I'm just kind of watching her. Day two, she's mine. Don't fucking look at her. I'm gonna kick your ass. Straight up. And the rest of the book is trying to make her see that she belongs to him now. Okay? Now, that's the premise of this book, but through the story, we have a lot of hot sex scenes. They are hot, but they are hot for a lot of different reasons. And one of the reasons they are hot is for the language that Beau uses. Now, Beau loves to call Bonnie baby girl. Says that to her, I don't know how many fucking times, like maybe like 146. I think I saw one review that actually counted how many times he said it. And I want to say it was like 146. So that is his pet name for her. And in Drew Adams' voice, it's fucking fire. Straight up fire, guys. So highly recommend the audiobook on this one. But some of the things that he says, oh my God. I thoroughly enjoyed the talk during some of these scenes and even before these scenes. Here's one line from the book. I'm almost there, he warns, but I want you with me. I want you to come with your pussy full of my cock. Fuck yes. Yes. Not only does that line show that he is not afraid to say what he wants, but he also cares about his partner wanting them to experience the orgasm with him. He doesn't want to do it by himself. He wants that joint connective moment. You can utilize dirty talk to do this, and she does it throughout the book. That's just one time that he says that, but he says other things like that throughout the book in other graphic terms or in more dominant kind of style terms. It's quite nice, actually. It's actually fantastic. And here's one line that I really enjoyed. It's not super dirty, but what it implies is the connective dirty element to their sexual relationship. And I just ate that shit up. So here we go. Baby girl, I'm a jealous, possessive asshole, but I love you more than I've even thought it was possible for one person to love another. I'm gonna fuck up. So are you. But if you run, I'll chase you. And I'll fix whatever problems we have. No space, no distance, just me and you. And an epic fucking love story full of dirty make-believe and sexy fantasies. I want to get old with you, I want to have babies with you, and I want to spend the rest of our lives making every single one of your sweet, dirty, kinky dreams come true. Is that stereotypical dirty talk? No. But does it invoke so much? Yes. Yes, it does. And that's what good dirty talk does. It invokes something. It invokes something in a certain department, and yes, after reading that, I needed a moment. Especially hearing it said in my ear. There's a lot of great lines in this book. Lines that will make you stop and say, holy shit, I can't believe you just fucking said that. And there's lines that are gonna be like, I'm really glad I'm listening to this and no one can hear me because this is not safe to be around other people. You will blush, you will tingle, and you might get a little moist in certain areas with this book. So definitely, if you like dirty talk and you like an aggressive, over-the-top alpha male saying some of that shit to you, definitely check this one out. It is very, very much worth it. I had a great time with this one. The next book I have to recommend is actually the second book in this series, and that is Owned by a Mountain Man by Gemma Weir. And it looks like this. This is the second installment and another audiobook. This one was done by Kurt Bonham and Avery Karras. Another great combo. Another extremely alpha, dominant, possessive hero. But this one emphasizes ownership of the entire person. Like, even the organs. Yeah. We have graphic use of sex toys, dildo, anal plug, and vibrator in this one. We have an age gap of 13 years, and this one features a breeding kink. So if you like breeding kinks, this is definitely up your fucking alley. Holy shit. Dude. Damn. We also have triggers for forced pregnancy and kidnapping in this. So we have Huck, who is 34, and Cora, who is 21. Huck is one of 6 younger brothers of Bo Barnett, who is from the first installment. And we met Huck in the first installment at the very end when he's taking Cora home from a bar, from a girls' night. And that's where this story starts off. He wants to make sure Cora gets home safe, so he takes her home and he sees that no one's there to really take care of her, and he becomes very possessive of her and thinks someone needs to take care of her. This is Cora. Why is she not being taken care of? So he takes it upon himself to do that, and he dives feet first all the way. I mean, 100%, no holds barred, 0 to 60, like, damn. Fuck. And in this story, there is a lot of dominance, a lot of possession, a lot of sex, a lot of very taboo elements going on. But one thing that streams through every single one of these scenes is that Huck says what he wants, how he wants, and he does not care who listens, and he doesn't care about the words he uses because he calls Cora damn near every single fucking name in the book, and it is hot, it is steamy, holy shit. I'm so glad that I have a rechargeable toy because I fucking needed it. Because batteries were not going to cut it. We're not. They just weren't. The dirty talk in this book is so prevalent throughout this book. I mean, literally, there is some kind of dirty statement every other page of this book. It is so drawn throughout, and majority of it is carried through the sex scenes. This is a very heavy one during the sex scenes, but there's one line that doesn't seem dirty to people, but it does convey a thought that definitely propels this story forward, and it's said in internal monologue during a sex scene. So that's why I wanted to point this one out, because this is one of the few books on this list where all the dirty talk is strictly really confined to the sex department, except for this one line. But it was so poignant, and I really wanted to bring it up because sometimes dirty talk can be that. It's not something that you would think a character would say, but it could still be incredibly erotic for if you happen to be that kind of person who enjoys the kind of kink that you see in this book. And I wanted to own her in the most basic way by branding her from the inside with my seed. My womb just did a backflip. It did. Yeah. It did backflips throughout this book. It did. The dirty talk was fucking on point. It was so good. There was some very crass scenes. The dirty talk in this, there is a lot of crass usage of words. So if you're not a big fan of like the degrading words, like calling the slut or cunt, he says that word a lot. he does. Be careful of that. But I have zero problem with that word, and I have zero problem with name calling and shit talking during sex. But I had a great time with the dirty talk in this one. This one was great. This whole series, these are the only 2 books of this series that I have read, but I have read reviews on the rest of the books, and the dirty talk seems to be a continuous thing throughout the books. So I can't recommend the whole series for dirty talk, but from what other people have said on the other books, that there is a lot of dirty talk in every single one of these books. But the first 2, fucking fantastic. This one has more traditional dirty talk that people are more used to compared to the first one, for sure. So the next book I like to recommend if you want some interesting dirty talk is this guy, Promises and Pomegranates by Sav R. Miller. This is the first installment to the Monsters and Muses series, and this is a Hades and Persephone retelling, which I love. A Hades and Persephone retelling. If you know me all. I fucking love it, all right? We feature a forced marriage, age gap. We have blood play in this, graphic sexual content. Obviously, we're talking dirty, guys. Gang violence, drugging, assault, and misophonia, which is a mental disorder where sounds will actually cause anxiety, just so you know. Now, for this guy, we follow Elena Reese and Cal Anderson. They hook up Christmas after she approaches him about taking her virginity. And this coupling is recorded and uses as blackmail against Cal. Against Elena Reese's family, who is the mob, because we also have mafia in this book as well. To protect his daughter, her father allows Cal to marry Elena, and rather than who she's currently betrothed to. This marriage is forced and abrupt, and Elena is drugged and taken to Cal's island where our story begins. So very loose Hades and Persephone retelling in that regard. Now, there's so much stuff that worked in this book, but the dirty talk in this from Cal, holy fuck. Oh my God. I had to put this book down at times because I needed a moment to catch my breath, because it was so, the way he delivered the lines, and I physically read this one, the way the lines were delivered, they were just, oh my God, so realistic for his character. And that's one reason why I wanted to point this book out, is because the verbiage that he was using, once you learn who Cal's character is, makes total perfect fucking sense. Okay? The dominant language he's using within this dirty talk, the crass language he's using, the over-exaggerated language he's using, it's perfect for his character. This is a great representation where dirty talk matches the character's description and elevates his scenes, because it feels so real. If this guy really existed, I feel like he would say this shit. It's completely believable he would say this stuff, and not just say it for shock value. He says it because this is how he actually feels, and he means it. He's not just that guy who's gonna be like, I'm gonna throw some dirty words out there and see what fucking happens. No, he fucking means every fucking thing he's about to say, like this. You don't ever look anywhere else when you come on my tongue, little one. Eyes on me and my name on those pretty lips. Yes, sir. Yeah. Yes. 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 I fucking love it. I love it. Oh, that was such a good one. That was a stop. That was a page stop. I was like, I couldn't even admit it. I didn't admit it for this one. That was fucking great. But he also has great inner monologue dirty talk. And this is an example. How I drag her to the depths of hell, but convinced her she'd gone to heaven, using my tongue to write wordless poetry on her sensitive, swollen flesh. If that's not the dirtiest fucking love poem I think I've ever heard, damn. Fucking, oh. I just loved it. I had such a good time with the verbiage in this book, just the lines that were given to Cal. Oh, I had such a good fucking time with all of it, including this one. Here you go, guys. Now, this is Cal to Elena, okay? You want me to fuck you until you can't remember how shitty I made you feel. Want me to shove my cock into you, make you come over and over until you're begging me to stop. I glance out the still-packed auditorium, hear the low chatter from her family's box, wondering how much of this they can actually hear. A wicked grin splices across my face, the malice in it palpable, and I dip down, grazing my mouth over her ear. Want me to fuck you right here, right now, where anyone in the city might hear, or even see, the way you come apart from me. Yes? Fuck yes? Yes. Yes. All of the fucking yes. Yes. There you go. Yes. Thank you. Yes. Yes. Like, there are so many good fucking lines like that in this book, and all they do is elevate the intensity of that scene. Sav R. Miller, when she writes Cal speaking in these kind of words and this kind of verbiage and this kind of style, she's elevating this scene to be something so intense, so mind-blowingly awesome. And then she backs the shit up, which is even fucking better. So yes, this is a great representation of it, of the character really invoking what he's saying and embodying the words, embodying the character, and the character embodying the words, and then backing all the shit up. Oh, fucking gold. I loved it. Had a great fucking time with this one. My next recommendation, I cannot talk dirty books, or dirty talk books. I cannot talk about dirty talk books without referencing this one, and this is Elsie Silver's Heartless. It looks like this. I have done a full book review on this one. I will link it here in the corner so you can go check it out, where I go into all the in-depths of what works, what doesn't work in this book. But just know, dirty talk, fucking on point. Oh my God, this had one of the best lines of the fucking year. Swear to God, guys. So this is the second installment of the Chestnut Springs series. You don't have to read the first installment to understand this one, but it would be beneficial because you get a good idea of who Cade kind of is, our hero, in that installment, because you do meet him and you get a little bit of kind of how he is. So when you meet him again in this story, that is already kind of revealed to you. But if you haven't read, I will put it here, the first one. I can't think off the top of my head what the first one is called. If you haven't read it, it's okay. You still get a good representation of Cade as you just have a more further fleshed out version of him if you read the first book. But this follows Willa Grant and Cade Easton. Cade is a single dad, and he's the eldest son of the Eaton brothers, and he works on a ranch. So we have some country stuff going on here. Yes, it's fucking great. Cade needs a sitter for the summer, and they end up hiring Willa. And so we do have a workplace romance, small town romance, grumpy sunshine. Cade is very much a grump in this for sure. Nanny, single dad, and just for some trigger warnings, we do have death of a parent off page in this story. So what works in this book is everything. Like, this book is fucking stunning, okay? I gave this book originally 5 stars, but the dirty talk in this, oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Cade, fuck me. God damn it. I loved him so much. This quote takes effect. Right here. This one. Here, this one. Right here. This is this book. Right here. Straight up. Here you fucking go. Talk dirty to me and spread those pages, because this book definitely makes you want to spread something. Not even gonna lie. It is. Because you have lines like this. Suck, Willa. Prove to me you're good enough for the job and maybe I'll give you my cock. What? What? Okay. And the cool part about the dirty talk in this book is it's a surprise, but it's a surprise that works. Because Cade, the character we're given, you don't expect him to say this kind of shit. And then it comes out, but it fucking works. Because him in that realm, daddy, may I have another? Yes, yes, dear God, it's fucking great. Because then you get lines like this. Cade, baby, why are you blushing? Willa, because I swear people are looking at me like I just got my brains fucked out. Cade, you did. Willa, I think these panties are ruined. Cade, I'll wash them for you and then shove them in your mouth again the next time you say something rude. Willa, fuck off. Cade, careful, they haven't been washed yet. So not only is the character that we were given in the beginning not someone I expect to say these things, but when they are said, they fucking work, because it's just another dynamic. It's another face to him. It's not phony though, because the character we are given, we don't really know what he would be like in this scenario. We're not really given any windows to it. But then we're open to this window and we find out that he's this dominant alpha guy who says it like it is and will tell you like it is and make you pay for it and shove underwear in your mouth. It's fine. It's great. Cool. Party. And he can be funny about it. I mean, who doesn't love that shit? I love being laughing and being turned all at the same time. That's a great fucking combo. And Cade had it working for him great. Because he's got like this little dark, twisty little sense of humor. And I fucking love it. But then we get Cade who calls it like it is. And finally cuts the bullshit with this. So fuck you. My finger points at him in the center of his rock hard chest. And double fuck you for being jealous when you have no right. If I smell like him, you smell like bullshit. I spin away, but Cade is faster. His hand shoots out and wraps around my arm, stopping me in my tracks. I jolt around to face him, my body drawing into his so naturally. Keep talking like that, and I'm going to fuck that filth right out of your pretty mouth. I arch a brow at him as goosebumps break down over my body. The air between us sizzles. Excuse me? He swipes the back of his hand over his mouth like he's pulling away a filter that's been there all along. You heard me, Red. You keep barking at me like that, and I'm going to put you on your knees, open those strawberry lips, and fuck your face till you shut up. My mind whirs. The man before me is not the same man I've been living with the past month. This is another version of him. A version he's hidden, a version I can work with, and a version I like. Fuck yes, I like that version. Hell fucking yes. Yes. There are so many scenes and lines like this in this book that just take you out of yourself for a minute and you're like, huh? What? Okay. All right. Party, we can do this. I love being put in my place. Like, don't get me wrong, that shit's great. I am not one of those people that doesn't like being called out on her bullshit, because I call people out on their bullshit, so to have it called out on me, fuck yes, go for it. And when I have characters call you out like that in a really cool fucking sexy ass way, I'm just like, puddle. I'm just a puddle of goo. Like, literally. Holy shit. This book is teeming with stuff like this. And the shocking part is the character doesn't seem like it's going to be that way. But when it is revealed that way, it still fits. The way Silver wrote him in the beginning, it could be a reality he could be like this, But when you actually have that fruition and you're just like, it's a pleasant surprise. You know what I mean? It makes you so happy when he starts talking dirty and you're just like, yes, Daddy, may I have another? Great job on this one. I had a great fucking time. 5 stars all the way. Again, I have a full book review. You can check it out. It'll be up in that corner and in the down box below. And the last book I have for this list, and I could not talk dirty without this one. The last two, you have to include them. You have to, because they're just fucking epic. And that is Sierra Simone's Priest. I love this for so many reasons, and one of the reasons is the dirty talk. This is the first installment to a trilogy. We have a priest romance, and we have triggers for suicide and graphic language with a degrading kink. Also a praise kink. There is featured in both. And we also have sexual practices in religious and public spaces. Just a heads up. So we have Father Tyler Bell and Poppy Danforth. Poppy is going to confession and confesses to Father Tyler Bell that she is looking for something, and she believes the church might be able to help her find it. She needs to find a way to justify her wantonness and her desire for excess and mostly excess in sex, and how to juggle that with her exterior life. And Father Tyler Bell is the priest that she's confessing this to, and his vow of celibacy is put to the test throughout the entire of this book. Oh my God, this thing is fucking stellar. I had such a good fucking time with this book. Oh my God, there's so many scenes that live rent-free in my head, and so many lines that live rent-free in my head, like this one. The whole time I stroked her legs and back and rubbed her clit, I told her what a good girl she was. Such a good little slut for letting me fuck her sweet ass. My own obedient little slut, and she'll belong to me. Wasn't that right? She only wanted me inside her. She only wanted my dick and my fingers and my mouth. Yes. 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 That's all. Yes. Father Tyler Bell. He lives rent-free in my head for many fucking reasons. And this book is told primarily from his perspective. I listened to this on audio, by the way, so that statement was actually said in my ear, and I about lost it. I actually did. I know I did lose it. Yeah, I had to pause this book a lot to take care of things because the talk was just so, oh God, so many internalized dirty thoughts that are vocalized and so many things that are actually spoken. So many things like this one. I shouldn't put you over my lap and spank your ass for being a brazen little slut and coming here without a bra. I growled in her ear. I shouldn't twist ropes around your wrists and ankles until your cunt is exposed and then screw you until you can't walk anymore. I shouldn't flip you over and fuck your ass until your eyes water. I shouldn't drive you down to the strip club and fuck you in the back room so that you'll forget all about Sterling and the only name you'll ever remember to say is mine. I lightly bite her nipple again. Oh, gods. Father Tyler Bell's a fucking god. End of story. End of fucking story. I love him. He's my fave. He's one of my favorites because of some of the stuff that he says. There are so many poignant scenes in this book that have lines that are so well versed and well spoken and well received. It's just, Sierra Simone did fan-fucking-tastic with the verbiage she used in this book. And on top of it all off, one of the main reasons I wanted to bring this book up to your attention for Dirty Talk is because she actually takes Catholic verbiage from a Catholic priest during a Catholic ceremony of where he turns the bread and wine into the body and blood of Christ, the Eucharist, when he is changing it to become the body and blood of Christ. She takes that verbiage and makes it dirty. This woman takes stuff that I grew up listening to and knowing verbatim, eyes closed, in Latin, backwards and forwards, takes this stuff and turns it on its head and makes it something dirty and sexy and intense and so not the way I'm supposed to be feeling while I'm sitting in church. And it's fucking poetry when she does it. This bitch can write a fucking dirty line, and it takes real fucking talent to take words that are not inherently dirty and make them dirty, and she does it multiple fucking times. Okay, multiple times in this book. It's fucking phenomenal. I had a great fucking time with this one. Out of all of these books, if you check out any based off Dirty Talk alone, this is the one you really want to check out. I mean, 100%, hands down, this is fucking fantastic. All of these recommendations are fantastic when it comes to Dirty Talk. Do they all have points of the books that don't work? Yes, but this is a recommendation based off just the Dirty Talk alone. Whether it's internalized monologues, what's actually done during the scene, whether it's implications of further scenes and further future instances, or just taking words that I already fucking know what they mean and literally making them mean something else, and I fucking love it. My God. Yes. The words in all these books convey images that are sexy, they're dangerous, they're fun, they're enticing, they're sexualized. These words all convey images that elevate those stories and carry these stories on. So I have all the faith in the world that if you pick up one of these, that you will enjoy, at least for the Dirty Talk, you will enjoy them if you like Dirty Talk. If you don't like Dirty Talk, you're probably not going to enjoy these. So please pick these up knowing that you like Dirty Talk and you like fuck, cunt, pussy, slut, all those fucking words. Because, I mean, in society, they're dirty. But in books, they're just fucking beautiful. But dirty can be beautiful too. So, those are my recommendations for Dirty Talk books. So I hope you will pick up one of these and check it out. If you do, please let me know. Until then, I will see you guys all with another video. And don't forget, always talk dirty to me.